and the welcome session for the 2026 CATS Hackathon. I'll be calling on Alfred to properly onboard you guys, to tell you more about the hackathon, the collaboration between CATS, WADA, and the role we play as the hub, and also walk you through the program, the hackathon program, how your journey is going to look like, from how we're going to select the tracks, your problem statements, all the way to your build, and also the timeline. He's going to break everything down in the next session. So, Alfred, Mr. Alfred.
Yeah, I can hear you. Please confirm, could you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Would you share your screen?
Yeah, I would. I was trying to
Okay.
open my PowerPoint, but it's not opening. So I think I'll use the PDF form. Okay,
Okay.
let me do that.
Okay. We're waiting for you.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Please
So,
confirm when it comes in.
okay. Okay, yeah, we could see your screen now.
Okay, thank you. So thank you very much, Magan, for the introduction and also my poster. Yeah. So yeah. Good evening, everyone. And firstly, we want to sincerely apologize for the wait. The wait, one of the reasons why we asked, let people join since on Friday, and now we are just doing the onboarding session. Firstly, is because we want to open the door for more people to join us because it's late already. Because this is an hackathon that is happening all around Africa, Pan-African, countries. So the timeline are fixed. So, and Project Genius is just one of the hub licensed to host the hackathon also, and we joined pretty late. We onboarded as an hub pretty late. So we ourselves, we are trying to get used to the process and get fully onboarded from the end. So that's what is causing the delay. So, and also we will be trying to meet up with Jack, because some hubs, there are hubs in Abuja and there are hubs in Lagos, and there are hubs in Kenya. There are some of them are already in the hacking stage already. They have done their physical meetup, they have done their community reach outs, and everything. So that's what caused the delay. So yeah, so welcome everyone once again, and to the Cardano African Tech Summit. So this hackathon is actually quite unique. It's different from normal hackathon. And trust me when I say it's different from normal hackathon, I know what I'm talking about, because I myself I've participated in lots of hackathons, and this one, it stressed me out trying to trying to participate in it, because I almost gave up, I can't really do this because what these people are requiring is too much. But then, some people are just well, this is kind of hackathon you want. Hackathon that is not just you just come and people just come and formulate things and just try to win prize, and okay, you're kind of person that I want serious solution being developed from an hackathon, and that's what the Cardano African Tech Summit presents. So Cardano African Tech Summit, from the name, it's actually a Cardano. Cardano, first of all, Cardano it's a blockchain. Just like how I know some of you know about Bitcoin, you know about Solana, you know about Ethereum. So Cardano also it is a blockchain, and they're having their first ever tech summit in Africa, being hosted by combination of different communities. There's WADA, there's Prisma, there's Remostat, there's Lido Nation, most prominent communities in the Cardano ecosystem. So yeah, and the hackathon is just a pre-engagement initiative towards the tech summit happening next year. I think it's happening in February, yes. So, and the process is kind of unique. So let me go right into it. Yeah, today's agenda. Let me do that. So yeah, the vision, CATS 2026. The vision is a platform where voices are heard and talent find space to shine, building people who build their communities. The Cardano African Tech Summit, is a premier event funded by Cardano Treasury. So yeah, there have been, tech summits happening all around the world, but this is the first time it's coming to Africa. So we too we deserve that spotlight, in the general in the Cardano world map. So it brings together many project showcases, governance, dialogue, cultural experience, and global connection to foster innovation. So quickly, let me kind of explain the image that is beside it here. So, and that was what I was explaining before it could be onboarded as a hub. So what this image means here is you can see this what color is it? Is it purple? So I'm not good with color. So the color that is in the last ground there, it's like it's you and me. It's like individual teams, participants, and members. That is us. And the solution working from different location and everything. So that filtering everything through a hub. So there's the next trend hub, there's the direct head hub in Abuja, and there's also direct head hub in Kenya and Kagari, and there's also under Goma hub in I think that is in Ghana, and also there's another hub in Nairobi. So there's different hubs all around Africa, Pan-African countries, and they are the one in charge of taking in these projects, taking in these teams, forming the communities, and they're filtering it, and then it goes to also a process that WADA with the help of Prisma. Prisma is a system, they are in charge of organizing the process. They are the one coming up with this, new regenerative principles, the principles we're using for this hackathon. So it goes through that process, and then finally it goes to the summit where the top 5 projects will be invited to present their project there. So that's what all this image is all about. It's kind of visualizing the whole process for us. So the prices, I know this is where all of us are interested in, because most people are reaching out to me and like, what's the price? What's the prices? We put the 10,000 there, and then it's like, this is happening around Africa. So there's lots of things involved. 10,000 is like, it's small money. So because, there's lots of things involved. But yeah, I would like to say that as long as you are active and engaging, like you are consistently active and engaged, like intentionally, you won't be walking away empty-handed, because there are prizes in different stages, because the generative principles we are trying to, that the Prisma is trying to introduce here. That is one of it. That is the incentive. They are incentivizing participation, active participation, intentional participation. So the grand prizes, which is not the grand prize actually, a trip to Nairobi, Kenya, to compete in the intensive boot camp and present at the CAT 2026 Global Showcase. The top 5 teams. I'll go deeper into the top 5 teams, but let me just glance through the presentation. So the Pan-African prize pool, access to 10,000 prize pool for top innovators. Actually, this 10,000 prizes, it's more than 10,000. It's not actually 10,000. We are just factoring the fluctuation in cryptocurrency prices, because the prices is quoted in ADA. So they are giving 30,000 ADA. Currently, the ADA price it should be around 0.5 or 0.4. So if it's at, let's quote it at 0.5, that is, if it's 30,000, that's like $15,000 already. So the price they are giving 30,000 ADA, and how that works is each hub station, we host their own local hackathon. And one of the strong principles of Cardano, which make it unique for other blockchain ecosystem that is available in the world, is they are strong on, they're highly decentralized. They are the most decentralized blockchain out there, and they believe in governance and transparency. So one of the principles here is that the top 5 teams will be chosen by the community, by the active participant communities. It's not something that there are judges and they are looking at it and then this is the winner. It will be chosen by us, the whole participants will be choosing it. So, and we will have our top 5 winners, and different hubs we also have their top 5 winners. Then those top 5 winners in there's I don't know if the hubs have already been identified, but their targeted hub numbers was 9. So they say they can't exceed 9. Yeah. So it means those top 5 teams times 9 will be sharing in the 30,000 ADA, which, like I just said, is like $15,000. But let's put this maybe price tanks before then. Let's say $10,000. Those top 5 teams will be the ones sharing equally. And then, for it, like some people maybe some hubs might have more than 10 teams that are participating, depending on, there are some numbers, there are some hub that large numbers. Like I hope we next gen Project Hub, we have that numbers also. So we can't just let the remaining 5 that didn't get it to the top 5 just walk away just empty-handed. So there are prices pool for each hub also, like to intensify the active participation. So, and there's also one of the prices also 6 months incubation. So, and that is why I'm coming up with the regenerative process, because they are looking for teams, actual teams that they could incubate, actual teams that could become real products, real startup. So that's part of the prices, after you showcase in the Hackathon, in the SCAT, in the Cardano African Tech Summit in Kenya and Nairobi. So there will be top VCs there, there'll be investors there, and they'll incubate you and turn you into like a startup, a business. So, and let me come back to explain what the grand prize means. So now they are choosing only top 5 teams to go and showcase in Nairobi. Those top 5 teams are not like each top 5 in each hub. No, it means once hub are done with choosing that, and they're choosing that top 5, and then they have given their price and everything. The judges now from CAT, this is where judges are now coming in from CAT themselves. From they will now come and look at all the top 5 projects that was submitted in each hub, and then they'll look at the top 5 best projects in all 5 in from each hub. And they are looking to, regardless regardless of location. They're not coming like, okay, let's do equity, let's do equality, any get team, women team, most things that are coming up recently in the tech world. They want your team should have 2 girls, 2 boys, and those kind of stuff. No, they're focusing on quality of your project, how good your project is. So it means if those top 5 quality teams, projects is all from Zaria here, then it means our top 5 teams will be going and presenting in. So once you guys are hacking, also try to chase quality projects being submitted. So yeah, that is it. Next slide. This is the roadmap. This is more than hackathon. So firstly, Q4, which we currently are 2025, local hackathons. Hubs across Africa find the best builders. This is where currently we are now. So in February 2026, Nairobi Bootcamp. So the top 5 teams win a sponsor trip and in-person intensive in Nairobi. So after that, February 2026 showcase, global showcase, they refine their projects and present it on the global stage at CAT 2026. Why from March to August 2026 occupation, top 5 teams get 6 months of support to move from prototype to real product and launch into the market. Yeah. So yes, now we want to kind of explain the principles that we are being used and what makes it different from normal hackathon that we'll be participating. Yeah. And that is regenerative principles. For lack of better words or able to communicate it very well, so I'll just focus on the key principles that and what regenerative principles actually mean. So regenerative principles simply means like it's kind of emphasizing on creating systems that that restores and enhance an environment. Going beyond traditional sustainability, position humans as positioning humans as co-creative participants in an ecosystem. So the core principles there is firstly active co-evolution. They are shifting from view of humans as separate from the environment to one where humans are co-creative and mutually evolving participants within it. So we are focusing on active co-evolution. So it's not like each single team that's single-handedly working on their own projects. No, like even as a team, you can meet up physically. You get like meet a physical, like host a physical meeting with other teams, and you guys will brainstorm, discuss, share your research and everything, like everything, your whole processes you have done so far, and discuss it with those teams, and you guys co-create it. Because what we're looking for here, although yes, we're competing, and if Enactors members are here, there's something we do say that, or if we're in business of saving the world, we all win. If we're in business of changing, we all win, regardless of who is the first or who is the second. So we are actually trying to like create solution here for community, real solution. And another key principles in generative development is like engagement and participation. You want each team, to actively involve their communities and ecosystem in developing process, because don't just stay in your fix an online meeting with your teams, or stay in your room and you guys, think of an idea that, oh, market women are having this problem, let's create a solution. No, actually go to the market women, include them in your solution, do like a community research, Like go there, go do community outreach, and ask them, like talk to them, co-create the problem, the solution with them. If you create something, go to them and ask them, okay, will this work for you? Because now they are not focusing on like okay, there's a deficit, there's a problem in the society. They are focusing on the I think the word they use is potential. I can't pronounce it well, but it's like the potential, not actually deficit, but instead the potential. Like, okay, what's yeah, we know that okay, let's say the current system. We're not saying the current system is 40 or anything problem. We are saying that okay, what potential could this technology have to create something better or increase your the processes or make it more efficient and effective for you. So like one that engagement and active participation with communities and like holistic potential understanding and seek to unlock the full potential within a system. This goes beyond a single function to a more complete and thriving state of both the projects and the environment. So, and that is why the hub, because when all this process first started, when they were talking about hub, people were thinking it's about communities, but it's not communities. Instead, it is location. Like, okay, it's not like okay, I have a community, let's be an hub. No, they were saying they are focusing more on location. It means maybe you have large communities and you both are in Zaria, so the two of you become one hub because they want solution to come from within the communities, from like solve a problem that it's like is unique, tell a story that is unique to your communities, your environment. So that's what the regenerative principles is all about. I'll share more documentation on that for us to like explore. I said it, I won't be able to like perfectly explain for you guys. So yeah, community relevance, solve real problems you see in daily life and local communities here in Zaria. So I know most of us, I can see people that are currently not in Zaria, but yeah, go to your local communities and tell the story and take recording, take videos recording. If you have even do meeting with your team members, also take recording because all this will be documented. All this is documented to be part of the judging criteria. So, sorry, let me move to the next slide. So development freedom, yeah. Use any web application or mobile development framework, like use any tech stack of your choice. There's a flexibility. We are not coming to say that, oh, because this is not actually marketing. Well, that's his name marketing. I'm an honest and direct person. So yeah, it's kind of a marketing for Cardano, yeah. But yes, still yet, they want you to create the solution. So they're giving you the freedom to use anything. They're not making it purely Cardano. They just want you to like look for a way like to integrate Cardano into it. Like it's not like think about Cardano first and a solution. No, think about a solution and then think about how Cardano could actually fit into that. And if it doesn't fit into that, yeah, it will reduce your judging criteria. But if they could look at it that okay, with even without integrating Cardano into it, your solution is actually real and has more potential than a project that doesn't look for a way to integrate Cardano. Yes, you have a winning shot at it. So that's what development mean, yeah, development freedom. Like even though it's like Cardano like stuff, you still have the freedom, like they're focusing more on the solution you can actually bring, a solution that can actually help your community, your location. So yeah, and also and that is one of the purpose of hubs, because it's a hackathon that is happening all around Africa at once, So the hub is like let me just say like local government to the top government. You can't meet them directly, but so your hub is the nearest person you can try to go with. Maybe if you need questions, you need support, you need anything. So and that is what Project Genius, we are here for you. We are a community and we'll be providing any support, any question you all need. So, and I won't speak much on this because we are still kind of finalizing this yet. So we have no fix on the workshop session yet, the office hours and everything. So we are still working on that and communicate it in the group after the call. So study groups, learning materials, and yeah, there's something important I was supposed to talk about today, and that was one of the things that's given us difficulty for the past 2 days, is setting up the documentation process. Because each team, you have to document everything you're doing, co-document it with your team members, upload videos and everything. And there's actually software that we're going to use in the submission. So we're still trying to set that up. And we also share learning material to, Cardano in case anyone wants to go into it. We share materials to, Cardano stack, how to use it. So now, after the onboarding, the first task that everybody now is meant to do is, at the moment, what's one of the function of ops is they will co-create their own. Each hackathon has their own tech, their own track. Their own teams, the hacking teams. What you want to we want to focus on, because we cannot. Yeah, we want freedom of choice and everybody to have the chance, to build anything you want, location, but still yet it's still an hackathon. We have to like narrow it down and make it still organized. So as a hub, we can co-create what we want, like the track that I want to work on. And how does that work? How are we going to do that? Is we go into the community, speak to the people that are in our community, ask them what problem are they facing, what ask them, and then we can now come together as a community, fix a meeting. If we are planning on fixing physical activities also in Zaria for people in Zaria, so we'll meet one of those days and then discuss on our findings from the community, and then through those discussions, then we'll now like pick out 4 tracks that we want to work on. We pick out on 4 tracks that I want to work on. So that will be the tracks, the hacking track of this hub. Different hubs has the opportunity to choose whatever I don't want to choose. So I can also do it ourselves, and maybe we want to choose more than 4 tracks, or maybe we know, as we're discussing, we're finding more potential in lots of problems out there, a lot of ideas out there. You can decide to expand it. That is what what Hackhaton is all about: decentralization, and everyone is taking along. Everyone, as long as you're active, you have a stake in it, because the protocol Hackhaton uses is proof of stake. So as long as you are involved, actively participating, engaging, you have a stake in any decision that is being made. So if you write a single line of code, your team must explore, talk to people in your communities, go out there and speak to people, identify a specific local. There's emphasis on the local here. Because now, and it will show if it's not local, some people might want to go to ChatGPT, go to Gemini, and go and research on something. Just guy, ChatGPT, I want to win this hackathon. Just look at what they are saying and let me come up with something that fits into what they're saying and let me win these prizes. Well, if you are doing that, other ops are also doing that, and by the end of the day, everything looks similar. But if it's actually local, it cannot look similar. It won't. So rather than emphasizing on local, like speak to your people, create something that is unique and tell the story that is unique to your location, to your environment. So, and then write a clear summary of the problem. This is mandatory. The problem statement submission. That's one of the tasks. So that is our next. So that's our immediate task after this onboarding call. So you all go out there and speak to your local communities and identify problem statements and then submit it. So through that, we all go through it together and we pick out tracks that we want to work on. So that is like a CTA, call to action. So how we will work bottom-up tracks. So you are co-creators of this event. Team present findings, you will share the local problems identified, define tracks collectively as a hub. We will group similar problems and define the official Hackathon tracks based on your research. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. How to be eligible to win. This is mandatory. Yeah. And I think I've been saying it already. As I'm saying that we are co-working as a hub, we are a community, and it's not like the disorganizers won't be in the room and everything. We are all in it together. So one of the way for you to have a say in the decision making, to choose who will be the winning project and everything, since we're using a centralized model here, is we are tracking attendance and engagement. We are tracking everything. So you must have at least reasonable attendance. Your team must submit or individually. I think team problem statement is not through team. I think it's through individual. So individual, you must submit a problem statement based on your findings and demo performance. So I think we have not fixed on the date for that yet, so that can be skipped for now. But the whole point here is you must be actively engaged and involved. That is how you'll be eligible for anything. That is how you'll be eligible for anything, even the prizes, even the decision making and everything. You must be actively engaged, because it's unfair for someone that is just there and not doing anything, and then is having a say in projects that will be the winning projects, and it was not involved at all. So it's unfair to that person that's putting all your work. So we all must be actively engaged and involved intentionally. how to win the judging criteria. Yeah. So the problems and local relevance, 30% of it. Cardano and solution integration, 30% of it. Process documentation, that's 20%, and usability and final pitch, 20%. Yeah. So this is the judging criteria. Um, it's your hub. So welcome to your own business. So yeah, me and Morgan, myself, like Alfred Tudele and Morgan Ufoma, and sorry, one person's name is not added here. Sorry, that was an oversight from my end. Yeah, Kamal Aliu is also a lead. So the three of us are representing the tech, the hub lead for Genius of Zaria. So yeah, thank you. Are there any questions? That's the end of my presentation. So anyone that has questions, please go ahead.
Okay, guys, a round of applause for Sir Alfred. I think he has done justice to the topic. He gave a very comprehensive breakdown. And I do want to believe that everyone now has a clearer understanding of what CATS offers and what's expected from each participant. Like for me, for instance, I now know that one thing that's the most important thing is active participants. There is no passive member. And mind you, for active participation, there are actually gifts, like there is the prize pool, there are prizes for all of that from each local hub. And like he stated again, in as much as the final 5 groups that would be going to Nairobi will be coming from the Africa Hub in general, it doesn't mean it would just come, it must be like from each different communities. It could all come from one community. So we should all be working towards, getting the best project out there. And so before we move to the Q&A segment, I would like to urge everyone to please go to our message box and like fill in the what's the word, yeah, I'm filling the oh I'm whatever I'm
The
filling
Google form. The Google
yeah,
form.
thank you. And so for now, yes, if you have any questions, feel free to raise your hands up, and then I would call on you. And if you don't want to speak, you can just drop the questions in the chat and I would help you ask. Okay, so don't be shy. This is the perfect time to get clarity on anything you did not get before now. Thank you. Okay, I can see somewhere Favor Ogumola. Please, you can ask your question. For now, Hassan, you'd be next after Favor.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Can you hear me? Yeah. You were saying while he was doing the presentation, he said we should go and meet our community and get a problem that will. I want to ask: is it from our? Is it the community we are going to form now? Is it from inside this one we are in already, or external community we form individually and then come together, share ideas, and then bring it?
Um, um, Hello. That was a beautiful question. See, yeah, is your involvement of stakeholders in your building process. So the regenerative approach basically means that you you look at the potential of a community, you understand, and then you realize, okay, I've studied this community, I've studied this set of people, and then these are potential that they have. This is like untapped resources, and then the goal of your project is to show that whatever you are building is to help them maximize their potential. Do you understand? So they want to see that journey, and then we're doing that stage communally. So there's no individual. Um, it's something that we are doing as a community. Yeah. So everybody is supposed to participate in the problem formation together, because that's where we are going to select our tracks from, the hackathon tracks. So what we mean by going to your community really is it's actually physically going there. Yeah. So we are going to go out in teams, have hypotheses, have questions you'd like to ask, and go and meet the people who you want, who you hope to build for. The idea of the hackathon is to have local impact, like local measurable impact to actual communities. So whoever you whoever you think will need your technology, or whoever you want to build for, whoever you identify to be your target audience, you have to go and have a conversation with them. Basically, involve them in what you are building. Let them know, okay, these are ideas. This is what I'm thinking. What do you think? Like, what are the challenges you face in this thing? Like, what do you need to make you excel, to increase your efficiency, to increase throughput, all of those stuff. And then you document all of it with pictures, videos, everything. And then you put it on your documentation. They want to capture everything from, how you brainstormed to where you decided to pivot. Let's say you decided to change your idea to something else. So the reason for your pivoting, everything should be, properly documented. So Favor, does that answer your question? Hello, Favor. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are. I'm guessing either Favor has network issues or she's unable to respond. But I do hope every other participant had also gotten more clarity from this response. And I hope we're on the same page. Okay, beautiful. Before I move to Hassan, I would also want to remind everyone, please go follow and engage with our post on X, formerly known as Twitter. Let the Cardano family know that the Zaria Hub is very active. It's at underscore Project Genius. Okay, so now, Hassan Bagaji, are you still there? Please, if you are, please you
Yeah,
can.
yes, ma'am, I'm there.
Okay,
So,
thank you.
good afternoon, everyone, and thank you very much for this wonderful onboarding. Introduction is very nice. So, my questions, I have two questions. So, I'm hoping that this material that we just presented will be shared so that we can go through and see the requirements. And the second thing is that the solutions that we are to build, must they be only software?
Mm. Okay, must they be only software? The answer is no. You could build a hardware component to, but you have the freedom to build whatever you want to build here, but also be conscious that you have to find a meaningful way to integrate Cardano into it. Like, am I making sense?
Okay, okay, I get
For
it.
for example, now for e-commerce now, you understand, you want to, let's say, create a vending machine prototype that uses ADA as the cryptocurrency for transaction. Now that's you having a hardware and having a software component here. But whatever you're doing, however you want to go ahead to build, always have in mind that at the end of the day, you should be able to integrate Cardano into it.
Okay, okay, I get it, sir.
Had
Thank you very much.
satisfied with our response, yes?
Yeah, yes, ma'am, satisfied. I get it now.
So on our message inbox, we had Victor Donat. He asked if there's going to be a physical meeting because I guess Sir Alfred had mentioned it and he was asking when. And so yes, Sir Alfred and Morgan, one of you could please take this.
Okay, so for everyone currently in Zaria, um, we'll set up some question sets and prepare to go do community outreach. But all of that will be discussed on the group. Yeah, so we'll gather ourselves and we'll go around. We're hoping to have it tomorrow. So immediately after this call, we'll go on the group and then we'll chat a little about it and agree communally when and where to meet.
Okay, I really do hope this response satisfies Victor. So I haven't seen any other hands up. Let me check the income message if there are more questions. No other questions. So I guess we're good on that department. So for this segment, a summary of what we've heard from questions and answers is we participants that's in this community are to go out into their communities, find their target audience, ask them questions. You're not just going to attribute to you, actively be, in your communities, ensure that your problems are grassroots problems. You're trying to solve a problem in your grassroots. Also ensure that with whatever project you're coming up with, let it be software, etc., whichever form, you must what's the word, infuse Cardano technology. Very, very important. That's like your primary aim for this hackathon. And also tomorrow there is likely, very highly likely, that the fiscal meeting will be happening holding on tomorrow. I don't know if Sir Alfred or Sir Morgan would, would like to close, give the closing remark and end this, this beautiful onboarding session. Welcome once again to the CAT Zaria Hackathon.
Sorry, ma, if I'm not interrupting, please.
Okay.
So we that might not be physically present for the meeting, what about our attendance?
Okay.
Yeah. Well
Okay.
done.
We do understand, yeah, that a number of people in our community currently are not in Zaria. Like school is no longer in session. So for the for that one, we understand some people might not be able to participate. So it will be decided communally on the group how we want to take attendance in such a way that people who actively are in Zaria can participate and people who are also not in Zaria too can participate.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So for people in Zaria, okay, and that thing we're also going to discuss is about team creation. We'll be discussing that together in the group. So, but if it's nice to also like have an idea, going forward. So how it works is you need team of at most 5 people. For now, this stage where we are in the problem statement phase, where we get to choose our tracks, we're doing it communally, so everybody is involved in the track selection. So you get to argue your case and maybe pick a track that's favorable to you or something you're more familiar with. So we're going to be doing that together. But after that phase, we're going to go into the hacking phase proper, and you'll be hacking with teams. You understand? So how you come up with a team, there are two ways. So if you already have team members, like you already have the idea now what to build, you're working towards building a regenerative solution that maximizes the potential of a community. Bam. So what you do now is you reach out to friends. That's why we open the group chat for communication. A lot of people were saying a lot of stuff on the group. We ask you to introduce yourself, say your name, what tech stack do you work with, and all of those stuff. So on the group there are a lot of people with beautiful should I say portfolios now. So you go there and then you team up a maximum of 5 people to hack together. But if you do not have a team by let's say this weekend, we'll come up with a way of automatically generating teams. So we'll be pairing people together too at the end of the day. But mind you, we'll only be paying active people who have been contributing, joining meetings, and participating in community decision makings.
Okay, beautiful. Hassan, does that satisfy you? Are you
Yes, yes, I'm satisfied.
okay? So, sir,
Thank you.
Alfred would like to contribute one or two. So, Alfred, please, the mic's open. Please, from now henceforth, because for want of time, the meeting should be an hour long. That's the whole thing. 2 minutes tops, please. Let's be summarizing our points. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, on responding to Hassan question also, attendance, yeah, is part of the criteria, and also what's also part of the criteria is engagement. So if attendance is not only based on if you are coming to if you are coming to physical activities, this is an online activity. It's also part of attendance. So attendance will be taken. Attendance can also be calculated in the form of like, okay, now we are all to go out there and do our community outreach, our research. So you don't need to be because we just want to like okay team up for people that since we're all in Zaria, okay, let us team up, and then even when we team up, we can still split ourselves into teams. That okay, you go to this particular people. Maybe let's say we are able to come up like 30. We can split ourselves into like 5, 5, 5, and people go into different places. So if you are far away from Zaria and maybe you are the only one in your place and there's no one close around, go yourself and just make sure you document that process. You record the video, you post it. So that also is part of attendance because you are also actively engaging. You are doing each task. So it's not compulsory that you must be at the physical activities. If you can't make it to physical activities, then carry out the task. Yeah, and also there is a 60-40% chances that there will be physical hacking happening in Zaria, and also as a part to like to compensate for people that are not in Zaria, but active members, without undeniable fact that these people are actually active. Yeah, we could actually sponsor your trip to come down to Zaria and participate in the physical cutting.
Thank you so much to Alfred for that contribution that gave more clarity. I love that. I want to believe that every person here is getting more clarity as to what this hackathon will entail, the process and all of that. And I do hope we are all paying attention. They're talking about active participation. And it's not just about being active, it's also about recording it. You guys give evidence, drop your receipts whenever you're doing something, the recording and all of that. Uh-huh. So, I guess it's now time for the closing remark. I don't know if Sir Alfred or Sir Morgan would like to add one or two things because there are no more questions, and I think we are all good. If you have more questions, you can ask it in the group, etc., etc. Should I go ahead, Sir Alfred or Sir Morgan, or you want to add one or two things?
Um, so currently only 11 people have filled their attendance. Okay, someone complained that the link is not clickable. Okay, what do I do? Let me see. If I send just the link, does that make it clickable? Hello, the people that filled the form, how
No,
did you get to fill it?
it's not going to be clickable for some weird reason. Or maybe let's try. Let's see. It should be. We should be able to click it. I don't
It's
know why.
clickable from my end.
Okay. Because also from
Um,
my end, click it. So maybe that's why. I don't know why that is. So yeah, that's a problem.
okay, so I'm on laptop, maybe that's why.
Huh?
Sending it to the WhatsApp group defeats the purpose
Yes,
now. Like
exactly.
people who are not active will okay, let's hope people who are not active will actually miss the message. For
Because
today's call,
right. So have
I'll
yeah.
send the link to the group. So you get to see it on the WhatsApp group and fill it. Don't worry about that one. So everyone
Or
gets to
or if you send it to the WhatsApp group, you could actually edit it, the messaging, and like tell them like what is the core key message that they got from the like kind of evidence that they attended the call. You can answer that, okay, what did you get from the onboarding? You know.
yeah, proof of work. No, yeah, no, yeah, well, I'll add a question or two.
After
Okay.
some of us are actually
Um Okay, guys. So in the absence of any other questions, again, I'd like to thank you guys for your courage. Yeah, it's it takes courage really to see an opportunity and grab it. It takes courage to move when you have to move. Stuff like that. And cats hackathon. It's more than just a hackathon. Really, it's an opportunity for you to you know get the opportunities are plenty inside the Cardano ecosystem, and this gives you direct access, to should I say the organizers now or the minds behind, the ecosystem. You get to meet with a lot of people at the tech summit. So my advice really to everyone here is let's build something you'll be proud of, build something you think will be able to make it to Nairobi because that's the goal. Yeah, at Nairobi, you are going to connect with so many beautiful, a lot of. It's just the opportunity is really it's boundless. There's a lot in front of you, and I hope you are ready to participate and cut that slice of the cake and have it, eat it and have it. Yeah. So thank you very much for joining this welcome and onboarding call. We'll be deciding a lot of things communally. So we'll be having weekly calls on Tuesdays, hopefully, and we'll be discussing a lot on the group chat. Um, thank you so much and have a good night. I think that will be all from me.
Okay, so I guess that brings us to the end of this session. Like he said, thank you all for joining this onboarding session. We are excited to see the brilliant solutions you would build. And so yeah, please stay active in the group, like you said earlier. Go and engage our Twitter account, sorry, our X account, and do not forget to fill in the attendance. And yes, I guess that's bye bye. Good night. Signing out. I'm Nice Smiler.
Are we waiting for everybody to leave or something?
Waiting.
Maybe we are doing who to leave will be a rich man. Who to leave last will be a rich man.
Real, that's the thing that crossed my mind. Like, the meeting has ended, though. Ah.
I'm just waiting for that guy everybody's going to know that it was not on the meeting, but it was on the meeting. That's the person I'm waiting to see.
You just only posted this.
All right, me, I'm signing out.
Ibrahim Alpha.